Hey, good morning, guys. Just getting on the road this morning. Happy Monday. Just a lot of things going on this week. We had Valentine's Day on Friday, which I hope everybody had a good time and enjoyed their time with their loved ones, or they enjoyed time by themselves. Either way, 6 of one, half dozen the other. So I just wanted to put out a quick message here. I'm on my way up to Tampa to work with one of my newer agents and make sure that we get through some contracting stuff and get them started. Make sure it gets started right. So, and I just wanted to share some of my thoughts in this process. I got a little bit of a drive here, but the video's not going to be that long. So. Wanted to share some of the thoughts, and one of the thoughts is that this morning as I was doing my preparation stuff, I got up around 5 o'clock and started my What Am I Grateful For? And I was listening to the book The Secret yesterday on my trip to and from Cape Coral, and there was a lot of things that I picked up in that from that book, just in that period of time, that just blew my mind. Peeling back the onion a little bit for me, growing up, I had the mindset from a very, very young age. I had probably 8, 10 years old, that I wanted to do better. I wanted to be different than the people I was growing up around. Not necessarily classmates and stuff like that, but just, dealing with some home life stuff and situations and watching stuff happen that was going bad, and I just didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to live like that. I promised myself I wasn't going to live like that. And the funny thing about it, one of the things that I picked up from the book was in how you speak, what you say, and lots of times I was saying as a kid, I was like, I'm not going to live this way. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm not going to have a family life like this. I'm not going to have a home life like this. I'm not. And I kept on saying all these I'm not things. And fast forward, 20 years later, or more, reflecting on some of the things I have gone through, and it hasn't been the degree of what I didn't want to go through, but I'm experiencing all those things that I didn't want to experience, and some of it's actually more than what I was wanting to avoid or stay away from, and that was because I was putting out the wrong thing. Instead of saying I'm not going to live like this, I'm not going to live like this, I don't want to live like this, I don't want to be like that, I should have said I'm going to live the way that I want to live. I'm going to live the way this and that and all the other particular things how I wanted to live. So I picked that up, and I was sitting down yesterday and I was talking about it, and it blew my mind. I was just like, man, it's like I could have had a V8 moment where I realized that I talked myself right into what I didn't want. And it was from years and years ago. So it was seeds that I'd planted when I was, 7, 8, 9 years old that were just coming, to roost here, 20, 30 years later. And so going forward, I definitely, I knew always, we always know that there's certain things we need to do in order to get to where we need to go or get to where we want to go. But so many times it's like knowledge constipation. We have all the knowledge, but we don't use it. To have the knowledge and not use it is just crazy. I'd rather not have the knowledge and not know that I'm supposed to use it than have the knowledge and not use it. These are things that we could use. These are tools that we could use to improve our life. These are tools that we can use to enrich our life and enrich others' lives. So therefore we need to use them. And that is one thing that I'm going to be talking about more often is not only being grateful for the things that I have, because that's going to make room for the blessings for more to come, but also to speak what I want now. Like, I'm rededicating myself to myself. And that is, I'm going to speak what I want now, as it is now. And that is in all aspects of my life, not just, finances or stuff like that, which most people focus on. I want all. I want it all. Like I've been saying, you gotta, in order to do better, you gotta be better. In order to be better, you got to speak better, and you gotta do all the parts to start to reap the rewards of the things that you're speaking. So for myself, I am speaking my gratitude before I even get out of bed in the morning, and then also making sure that I speak my gratitude before I go to sleep. Things that I'm grateful for, the people that I'm grateful for, in addition to my prayers for individuals and for myself. But even in my prayers, giving thanks and being grateful for the things that I have. Just being mindful of those things, being mindful of my actions, my attitude for one. I mean, there's so many times that you get in a funky attitude and you can't figure it out, and you start speaking that crap onto other people, or to other people, and it's like, it's not needed. There's no need to do that. Just deal with it, speak what you want, and move on. And that's going to be your best way to move past that short period of time in your life that you're dealing with some funk. So the next few years is going to be ridiculously awesome. Personally, there's so many things coming down the pipeline, and I alluded to that a little bit on Thursday. And some of you guys know, some of you guys don't, but just wait. There's some great stuff coming. There's going to be a little bit more exposure to some of the thoughts and some of the words that I have to share with you guys. I'm going to be running on a different platform here as soon as I get my ducks in a row. But that can be expected within the next week to 2 weeks. Guys, there's some, and once I go live there, then I will share or reveal some of that's going on in the back scene. But just know that there's some good things happening, and the good things can happen to you as well. You just gotta want it. You gotta want it bad enough to speak it. You gotta want it bad enough to believe it. You gotta want it bad enough to believe that even though the struggles may come up as you're going to it, you're just going through it. So it's not there to stop you, it's just there to grow you. And I've learned a lot of these things, within the last few years. There's stuff that I'm realizing now that happened 7, 8, 10 years ago, and I'm like, wow, all that happened to prepare me for this moment right here, and that's freaking exciting. So get ready for yourself. I'll be speaking words of praise, about you and your success, and just be ready to move. Just be ready to pack up bags in your mind and move to a different location. And that's a location of abundance, and that's a location of gratitude, so that you can make room for the blessings that are coming for you. So I'm just sharing. This is just right off the top of my head. Had a couple thoughts, but I wanted to share those thoughts with you because I think and I feel that they could be beneficial to someone out there. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your successes and your gratitude, things that you're grateful for, and the things that you're going to be able to overcome here in the next few years. So, alrighty, guys, have a great rest of the day. Traffic's a little bit lighter all day because it's a holiday, which is great. But you guys have a great rest of the day, and we will catch up with you soon. Take care.